Kisaw TV, ang channel sa tanan, sa mga Cebuano sa kalibutan.
Mayong adlaw sa inyong tanan. We are officially in the final stretch. Usa na lang ubos na lang sa usa ka oras una nato makita karong adlaw ang kasaysayan nga mubalik ang humanity, mubalik ang mga tao ngadto sa buwan. Nahitabo ni dugay ng panahon, the 1970s sa Apollo. In 1972 ang Apollo 17 niadto sa buwan mo nang ato makita ang kuan, ang mga photos, pictures gikan sa buwan. Karon mobalik ang katawhan, especially sa United States o in partnership sa Canada, mobalik sila sa buwan. Ang name sa mga program moong Artemis 2, dinhi sa Kennedy Space Station Launch Complex, 39B. Usa kani ka historic nga place kay daghan kaayong mga rocket sa unang gi-launch dinhing dapita. So inyong nakita karon ang NASA sa inyong feeds. Nakita ninyo ang National Space Administration sa United States nagpakita sa Orion nga rocket, Orion nga spacecraft nga mo'y sakyan sa upat ka mga scientist or astronauts nga moadto sa buwan. Walay touchdown nga mahitabo sa buwan. Walay mahitabo nga paglanding sa mga tao ngadto sa buwan, pero um, ang mahitabo kay adunay pagtuyok lang nya sa sunod na sad nga program sa Artemis 4 man siguro ni nga mutungtong na gyud ang tawo ngadto sa kuan sa um, ngadto sa buwan. Okay? So unsa ba gyud ni ang kuan, ang programa or ang kuan karon ilang pag-adto sa buwan karong adlaw. So dili modunggo sa bulan as I've said, ang crew karon kun dili adto ra sila sa 10-day mission. So ang ilahang ang ilang pag-adto sa buwan kay motuyok ra sila. So in a 10-day mission, so kini ang mission nga usa ka critical karon nga shakedown flight aron masiguro ang atong ang modern day deep space capabilities o maganam-anam sa dalan para sa long-term lunar exploration. Kaya na sila plano nga mo stay nga to sa kwan. Atong paminawon ang explanation sa Orion gikan sa NASA Space or sa NASA or National Space Administration.
Nice path towards that lunar flyby. And I know we have talked a little bit about why this could be a record-breaking flyby and journey to the moon. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Megan so she can tell us just why.
Yeah, she's talking about the distance record set by the Apollo 13 astronauts in 1970. They were 248,655 miles away from Earth, and this Artemis 2 crew might surpass that on flight day 6 when they fly around the moon by more than 4,000 miles.
Yeah, it's a long ways. It's tough to fathom 250,000 miles from Earth, right? I mean, space, the space station is only 250 miles, and so we're going, I don't want to do the public math, but we're going much further than that. But it's important, right? Because we want to get back to the moon. We want to see the surface. We want to see the far side of the moon. And the way we do that is by breaking distance records.
Yeah, and the exact distance record depends on exactly when they launch, like the time, the day. So we'll learn more as we go into this 10-day mission with the Artemis 2 crew. But here we are, 32 minutes, 50 seconds and counting from the opening of our launch window. Feels really, really surreal here as more and more people come to gather on the press site lawn here at Kennedy Space Center. Why don't we take a look at this video that we have here? Some familiar faces who wanted to wish our Artemis 2 crew a safe journey.
Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy, you are the real deal. You're flying to the moon for all of us, and we are in awe. You're the true heroes.
You are not just astronauts. You are pioneers, venturing deeper into the unknown. But you are not alone. We will be all cheering you on from planet Earth.
Hey, I'm Victor Wembanyama, and I play basketball in the NBA.
So while nagkuan sila, paila-ila sila sa ilahang mga crew sa NASA, atong ipadayon ang ato ang gisigutan about sa um, Orion spacecraft nga ilang sakyan, no? So aron makaabot dito sa buwan ang mga astronauts mosakay sa Orion spacecraft, no? Orion kung sa Bisaya pa. So mas lapad ug mas luag kini ang ilang sakyan kaysa Apollo Apollo capsules katong gisakyan ni Neil Armstrong sa una pag-adto nila sa buwan. Ang nahitabo man gud karon kay naa sila'y bag-ong feature sa ilahang spacecraft mao ang Casillas. So nay Casillas ang ilahang spacecraft karon. So ang Orion nakapatong sa ibabaw sa ilahang Space Launch System or SLS. Kanang yung makita nga ipakita nila karon unya ang ilahang SLS or Space Launch System kanang kita niyo nagbarog ang rocket. Unya ang tawag nila sa ilahang engine karon kay ang gitawag nila The Beast. So ang The Beast ang pinaka-powerful rocket nga kanimo na ni inyong nakita karon ang ilahang SLS nya ang nag-drive ani nga engine kay ang gitawag nila The Beast ang pinaka-powerful rocket nga nahimo sa NASA ever since nya naghatag kini og kapin 39 million newtons nga thrust inig lift off. So gipadagan kini sa duha ka dagkong solid rocket boosters kani yung nakita nga nasa kilid nga puti ug upat ka RS-25 main engines. So mao na siya daghang kayong tawo nga subaybay ani apil na ang Canada kay apil man ang ipilailan ako ninyo karong taud ang mga musakay sa Orion spacecraft. Nya daghan ang Space Administration pod sa Canada kay bantay pod ani nga kuan historic kaayo nga kuan activity or kanang event sa history sa tao. So pag 1972 wala pa ko mataw, um, pag 1972 wala pa ko nataw. So karon kay gayunan na nato nga makakita sa kani nga space mission. I think kato nga time mao pagkadaog ni Gloria Diaz no sa Miss Universe niya ni gipangutana siya question about kanang unsay ang buhaton once mabalik na ang kanang tao sa Earth no. So the same ni nga situation nga hitabo karon. I don't know kung dili kay siya wala kay siya gisgutan sa online, wala kay siya kay siguro sa ug sa gubat pero kanang kuan siya historic ni siya if nagtan-aw mo karon say hi sad mo na mo. So now ang ang mga crew atong ipilaila ang mga crew makita ninyo later si Commander Ride Wiseman usa kini ka NASA astronaut og 27-year Navy veteran. Ato ning itudlo later on kinsa ni siya nya usa sa mga musakay sa Orion spacecraft or ang crew nila si Pilot Victor Glover. Si Pilot Victor Glover usa ka NASA astronaut nga nahimong pilot sa labing unang operational nga Crew Dragon mission. Kaya nakita ni ninyo katong nagputi sila nya ni ato sila sa kuan space. Ang ikatulong nga crew sa mao nga mission kay si mission specialist Christina Koch. Si Christina Koch usa ka NASA astronaut nga naghupot sa record for the longest single space flight by a woman sulod sa 328 ka adlaw. So dito ni siya sa kawanangan. Next nato nga crew um, sa maong nga mission kay si Mission Specialist Jeremy Hansen. So si Jeremy Hansen gikan sa Canadian Space Agency or CSA mo ni equivalent sa National Space Administration's dinhi sa Amerika no dinhi sa Canada. Unya usa kini siya si Hansen usa ka astronaut karong adlaw maghimo siya og kasaysayan isip ang labing unang tawo gikan sa gawas sa United States nga molupad padulong sa moon, padulong sa bulan, no? So atong i-on hold na nga to ang Bisaya nga context, maminaw ta sa um, National Space Administration.
We're going to go for the landing on Artemis 4 in 2028. And in parallel, we're going to build the moon base, right? And that is going to be filled with science discovery and tech demonstrations that's going to support the enduring presence we're trying to create on the surface.
Absolutely. So honestly, history-making years ahead of us, with Artemis 3 and 4. But first is Artemis 2. What will be our single greatest takeaway from this mission?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, after ignition, to me, the moment that I'm going to be most excited for is splashdown. There's no question about that. Good shoots coming down off the West Coast. But look, I think the takeaway from this is gaining extreme comfort in the Orion spacecraft, right? I mean, this is very different than what we've done for more than a half century, right? I mean, the velocities that that spacecraft is going to re-enter at, it's going to be new territory for us. We want to get our arms around that completely. So I would say the performance of SLS plus Orion is everything on this one. We want to make sure we do it in as a safe way as we possibly can, understanding what we are undertaking right here. Bring our crew back, learn as much we can from the vehicle, set up for Artemis 3 in 2027.
Right, and Administrator, we've actually had a pretty young audience today here, some kids running around the balcony. How do you hope Artemis 2 inspires that next generation?
You know, I talk about this all the time. Like, you know, one of our overarching KPIs that we should always be tracking is the number of people living and working in space. Well, you know what's another strong number 2 on that one? It's the number of kids that are dressing up as astronauts for Halloween, so that they grow up, that they're inspired to want to join in this grand endeavor, whether they come work with us here at NASA or they join in industry, but they're helping humankind venture out farther, pursue all the secrets of the universe.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of kids dressed as astronauts this year. And finally, Jared, you've really made it a personal mission to get to know the people behind the work at NASA. Do you have any final thoughts, any final words before today's history-making launch?
Yeah, well, one, I want to express a lot of appreciation. I'll tell you what, the 4 astronauts on top of Artemis 2 know this. It takes an army to pull a mission together like this, right? Across all 10 of our centers, all of our commercial partners, the international partners that come together to make this possible. My sincere appreciation for everyone who is currently working the mission right now, so getting them ready for launch, that will be watching over them in mission control, recovering this crew when they splash down off the West Coast. I have complete trust and confidence in your abilities. And everybody else who's not directly working on Artemis 2, Artemis 3 is coming up next year. When this mobile launcher gets back in the VAB, we're going to start stacking.
Wow, plenty of excitement ahead of us. Jared Isaacman, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Of course. All right. And with that, let's get back to the countdown with NASA's Megan Cruz.
Under 25 minutes and counting from the opening of our 2-hour launch window, and take a look at all these people behind us. I literally, every moment I turn around and I see the clock, I am like, oh, wow. Oh, wow.
There are more people and less time.
Yes, exactly, which is a great problem.
So, inyong nakita, sud na lang sa 24 minutes magsugod na ang launching sa maong programa Artemis 2. So, padayon ta sa ato ang gisgutan. So, makita ninyo sa screen, doon na tayo duha unya ka time na ay L minus, na tay T minus. So, ang L minus, mao ang sunod nga mga oras nga nahabilin until the launch happens. No, mao na ang ang L minus. So, sa karon, ang atong L minus is 23 minutes and 58 seconds na lang. So, mo ni siya ang L ha, ang balay kong tinuod nga oras nga nahabilin until the launch happens. Ang T minus, mao ang countdown. So, nanog na mo ang T, mingon sila nga T minus 1, T minus, and T minus 8. Ana na. Seconds mo ni ang countdown clock. So, ang T mo ni ang countdown clock. Nga usahay, hunungon na nila, i-pause na nila niya. Normal na siya. So, para sa built-in holds. So, makadungog niya mo later on, mingon sila og built-in holds, ingon ana. So, aron pag-review na sa ilahang telemetry, ilang mga data nga makita nila, no? So, kay ayaw mo kalibog about sa duha ka oras sa ang L ug ang M. So inyo nakita karon ang L mao ang kanang actual nga oras, ang tindanay nga oras hangtod sa pag-launch, gikan sa pag-launch, no? So karon makita ninyo nga nata sa L23. So kung miingon kag L23 within these minutes, ang nahitabuan niya kay makita na ninyo nga ang supposedly ilan na niibutang, I think dito sa Kennedy Space Station na dito ang T minus. So usually ipakita na nila ang countdown clock niya aron makita sa mga tao nga kanang unsay mahitabo na. Unya, ang atong expectation ani mao ni ang mga katapusan nga kuan mga katapusan nga duol na kaita sa launch. So karong mga kuan na mga orasa ang launch director itong gi-announce ni nila ganiha nga ang launch director mangutana sa team para sa official go or no go Paul. Tan-an pa nila. So kana sud na siya within gitawag tog L minus 16 minutes. So karon kay 22 duol na kay ta. So sa L minus 16 minutes ang launch director mangutana og balik sa team kung nabatay official go or no go Paul. So kumingon ang tibuok team sa NASA nga kanang kuan um mingon ang ilahang kuan nga ang tanan kay clear, so mo proceed na sila sa kuan next nga mga lakang nga ilang buhaton. So sa L minus 10 minutes, so ang L minus 10 minutes mao ni ang T clock no og L clock magdungan na sa pag-ihap. So ang L og T magdungan na sa pag-ihap. So remember, ang L mo ang actual na time, ang T mao ni ang time nga countdown time no nga ma, ma, ma mo adto na sa zero aron molupad ng ilang spacecraft. So og ang automated terminal count begins. So sa pag-abot unya dito sa katapusang minuto mauna nga makita na ta og mao ni ang kulbahinam nga part kay dinhi ninyo makita ang kanang kuan ba mga critical areas nya usually sa una layo lang sa una mga panahon kay diri na ni mahitabo ang mga aksidente inana. So hopefully wala tay aksidente, safe lang ta karon. So ang inyong expectation kung ingon ang ganig T minus 33 seconds tinuod na ni siya nga nail biter. So ma-stress na ang tanan, everybody, all hands on the deck na no nya tungod kay ang automated launch sequencer na ang mo take over. So ang kaning ilahang SLS is governed by an automated sequencer. Nya mo na ni siya mo dala sa tanan kuan kay tao man gud na mo na delay sa mga pag-press ug ingon ana. So ang automated sequencer siya na ang mo initiate sa tanan. Nya computerized na ni siya. So kung dunay problema gikan ini-ining puntuha, the launch will be entirely scrubbed for the day ug walay reset nga mahitabo. So mo nay mahitabo ani. So sa T minus 12 seconds ang expectation nato dinhi na mo makita nga kung inyo makita sa ilawom sa rocket diri na ninyo makita nga nanay mga sparks no nya kanang nanay mga aso-aso no nya makita ninyo nga gikan sa hydrogen burnout igniters makita ninyo ang mga sparks. So nya ang tawag nila sparklers or burn off igniters aron sunogon ang mga nahabiling hydrogen gas kay murag ang kaning nga rocket case kuan fueled by hydrogen. So maingon na tag T minus 0 ang duha ka dagkong solid rocket boosters mo ignite na ug mosaka sa full power. Makita ninyo og naay bagang aso nga mo kuhan mo spread sa entire mo na ang mga observers kay layo kayo. So inyong nakita karon ang upat nato ka upat nato ka astronauts nga sila si Commander Ride Wiseman, sila si Pilot Victor Glover, og Mission Specialist Christina Coach, og si Canadian Mission Specialist Jeremy Jansen. Ug mo ninyo nakita karon ang SLS na sa Kennedy Space Station. Ang oras atong gihuwat kay 18 minutos 36 segundos na lang para sa launch. Unya later on makita na ninyo ang ato ang timer ang T minus nga T minus 32 seconds and below no. So please stay with us para sa um, context nga binisaya sa kaning pag lupad sa Artemis 2 ngadto sa moon. So sa katong mga nitan-aw bag-o lang ang tao niadto sa kuan ang niadto sa buwan wala pa ko mataw no 1972 niadto sila pag 1972 ang Apollo 17 niadto sa buwan. So karon ang Estados Unidos mohimo na sad sa ikaduhang lakang sa tawo ngadto sa buwan karong April 1. So at this point wala pay mga weather disruptions. I think everything is clear and hopefully kung clear ang tanan walay disruptions padayon ang lift off karong adlaw. Pero kung it will be scrubbed for the next one day so na sila ugma nga kuan ugma nga kanang ugma nga gikuan nila gigahin nilang ugma kung failure karon. Pero hopefully clear ang skies, walay interruptions o mahitabo. Nagikan kini sila ang launching na karon sa Kennedy Space Center Launch Complex 39B, no? Historic kaning complex kay kuan kanang daghan ng mga space missions nga gi-launch niya. Atong paminawon ang kuan National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Two batteries on the LAS. The LAS, of course, and with the help of my 2-year-old son's model rocket, Daniel said I could use this, so it's okay. The LAS is right here. It's the tower above Orion. Orion capsule's inside of here. It's used to pull Orion off the rocket in case the rocket is something's going on with the rocket, either on the pad or in flight. Two batteries are bad. Well, I'm sorry, one of the two batteries reported an out-of-family temperature, and it was very much out of family. And so they checked their data going back into the vehicle assembly building where they recharged the batteries and worked on them. And they have good, solid data, they reported, that tells them that this is an instrumentation failure, that there's something wrong with the sensor. And so they took it before the mission management team, which has to accept the risk, any changes to launch commit criteria, which this would be one, and they all fully accepted it. So now we are clear as far as that constraint is concerned. And one quick thing as we count down now, we are getting into the final minutes before liftoff. There's a 2-hour window. We haven't quite set the T0 yet, but this is a list of the cutouts. There are 150 cutouts that are included for this 2-hour launch window. And that's important. They're in very small print. That's important because there's basically 16 minutes inside this window that they cannot launch. And these are because of small things flying in orbit. There's a lot more things in orbit than there were back in Artemis 1 when we had 35 to 40 cutouts. For that reason, because of these 156 cutouts, they're going to be managing the launch window as we go forward. So they may have to wait out one of these cutouts. They range in time between 2 seconds to 23 seconds, but you'll hear the NASA test director talk through that. We're getting ready to merge that loop from NASA test director Jeff Spaulding.
So inyong nadungog naade silay problema ganiha pero ilahan ang na fix ang maong problema karon kay they're ready to go. Doon na lang tay 14 minutes and 3 seconds countdown nato sa kuan before
We're now
lift.
entering one of the most consequential phases of launch day, and that's terminal count, the final 10 minutes.
And OTC, NTDN 212 for comm check.
Good comm. How me?
I hear you the same. STC? GTC?
GTC is on 212.
All right, copy that.
NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding confirming communications with his team.
Like sa atong giingon ganiha mao na to ang director sa launch
There will be two
nag-confirm na
polls
siya.
that we'll hear.
Confirm.
One from Spaulding, the NASA Test Director, confirming the ground systems and the launch team are ready to proceed. At this point, we have a clear board, no constraints, but we need confirmation from each individual on the NASA Test Director team.
Correct. So ang ilang gibuhat
Hear him poll his team. The other poll that we're waiting for is the poll from Launch Director Charlie Blackwell Thompson, who will take that final status from NASA management before giving the go to come out of a hold. And you're seeing the clock count down at L minus 12 minutes.
CCL, OTC, Orion, RS1.
CCL.
Yes, sir. Reconfigure ARS primary loop ISO valves.
Copy, that's in work.
And CDR, OTC, Orion, RS1.
Go.
ARS loop ISO valves are being closed at this time.
Integrity copies.
NGDLP.
Go.
Yes, I had a discussion with Sea Ice and with MER Manager regarding the observation the Sea Ice had a few minutes ago. They were able to confirm with BCI photos that the condition that they observed has been there since 2025. MER Manager has had a chance to review the findings, and they do not have any constraints from either a Sea Ice or MER Manager perspective.
Okay. Copy all. And Launch Director, NTD, you copy?
Yes, sir. I copy. That's good news.
So,
CCL 212.
OTC.
sa inyo nadunggan clear ang ilahang gisulti
Copy.
og naa nakita karon sa L-10 minutes. So ang T clock ug ang L clock will sync
NTD, cancel pending, please.
TLS copies, and that's complete.
and karon taud mo sugod na ang automated terminal count.
Before we pick up the clock, and we're about a little over a minute from getting to T-minus 10 minutes, but we've canceled the resume time there, and then we'll pick it up after we get through all of our work and anything else that we need to do to get through the remainder of count. So we'll continue working that to get to our T0 today. So when we get to about 50 seconds from now, we'll extend that hold.
CVSE OTC. CVSE 400 290. Looking to verify that we are configured for ascent. Yep, give me about 2 more minutes. I'm going to start CMA2 streaming. Copy.
NTD COSE hold requested.
Copy that.
I have an LCC violation of O-CT-004 S-band transponder anomaly. This was a transient LCC violation, so transponder 1 had a demodulated SNR estimate that went down to 2 dBm when it should have been between 10 and 13. It is now back up to 12, but we did lose that for just a moment. It does not appear that we lost our bit sync or carrier lock, which would be indicative that we lost our lock with the vehicle. So at this point, recommendation would still be go. However, we do have a pre-planned contingency procedure if we want to look at that. But again, this was transient, so we're back in a nominal range.
All right, let's see, LPE NTD.
Yeah, we're not seeing that hit. So I guess the question for COSE, was that less than 3 samples? Is that below our...
So na sila'y gamay nga kakulian og ilang gi-stop ang countdown, no? Nag-stop ta sa 10 hangtod ingon sila nga isulugway for 50 seconds kina sila i-figure out. So mo ninyo ang nadunggan karon.
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be O-CT-00.
So ilang gi-figure out kung unsa na ang kuan. So sa sud sa L-10 minutes, ang T clock o ang L clock will finally sync o makita na ninyo ang automated terminal count begin. So muna itong giwat karong gutlua, no? So sa mga nanaw, atong gisubaybayan ang ikaduhang pagbalik sa tao ngadto sa buwan gamit ang Artemis 2 crew o launching dito sa Kennedy Space Station.
Yeah, us taking a look at the data right here, looks like that was a single sample.
Yeah, copy that. RFTS does report that they also lost lock for about 5 seconds. So I would love to ask KUS and see if they also lost lock with the vehicle for any extended amount of period.
And COSE, while we're doing that, these are 1/10 hertz measurements, correct? So we would have had to lose it for over 10 seconds to get a second sample?
Yes, sir, that's correct. It is 1/10 hertz.
Yeah, so from our perspective, the allowance is effectively up to 30 seconds, up to 3 samples based on the 1/10 hertz. This is not an LCC violation, I believe.
Yes, sir, I would agree with that at this point. Copy that.
We're checking with KUS on 232. I don't think they have 212 access. We're trying to verify, but.
So ilang gi-figure out karong gutlua ang unsa na nga violation nga nakita nila murag nasalay problema sa connections. So gi-pause usa ang countdown nato ang both T and L countdowns. The countdown time gi-pause at 10 nga sila lugway to clear up that error nga ilang or violation nga ilang nakita.
have a temporary loss there within the allowable and per the requirement. Let's go.
And this Houston flight, we have lock and we have good telemetry here in GSC.
And KUS has reported too, they have good lock now. So with all of that, OSC, then are we in a go configuration per your LCC?
Yes, sir. Recommendation would be go.
Right. LP, you concur with that?
Yes, sir. LP concurs go.
And Launch Director?
Yes, sir. Launch Director concurs go.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just verify everybody has everything else complete, Launch Director, and if we do, we'll be ready to pick up the poll at that time, unless there's something else that you're aware of.
No, sir. Let's verify all our work is complete, and I would like one last check of our constraints list.
All right, let's see. OTC, are you still waiting for ComConfig, or are you?
That is affirmed, sir.
Okay, is that your only open item?
Yeah, OTC, this is CVSC. That 400 step 290 is complete.
Copy.
Okay, so OTC, you're complete with all of your work?
That's affirmed.
All right, copy that. STC?
STC is complete.
And GTC?
GTC is complete.
Okay, excellent. All right, and LPE, just want to verify we have no open constraints at this time.
No open constraints. We have a clear board, sir.
Okay, tracking the same here. And Launch Director, with that, we are clear and ready to pick up the launch readiness poll with your go.
All right, sir. I am go for the poll.
All right. And for all personnel, this is the NTD conducting the Artemis II launch readiness check. Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
OTC is go.
STC.
STC is go.
GTC.
C's go.
MCO.
KO's go.
Safety Console.
The Safety Console is go.
LPE.
LPE's go.
So sa mga nitanaw karon ang inyong nadunggan kay nagkandak na ang director sa flight og Paul gipangutanan na kung clear na ba ang tanan aron sa pag-launch. So sa T-10 or L-10 kanang T-10 is that countdown nya kung ang tanan clear na kay they are setting the stage to go, and kung mo-start na ang kaning T10 magdungan na ang L time og T time para sa launching ani niya.
Director, performing the final poll for launch, verify no constraints, and go for launch.
So no constraints.
EGS, Program Chief Engineer.
Artemis Chief Engineers are go.
Copy, thank you. EGS, Chief Safety Officer.
The Artemis CSO are go.
Copy, thank you. Range weather.
Launch weather is go.
So ang ikaduha na ni nga poll nga ilahang gibuhat karon, so to make sure everything is working aron masugdan na ang T-10 minutes mo na ni ang kulbahinam nga portion kay once nga ila na ning makompleto masugdan na ang kuan ang proseso ang mahitabo ani niya kay computer na from this time mangmodala sa sequence. So wala na tayo mabuhat kung mo proceed na niya ang automated nga sequence. Itong padayon ang ilahang Paul.
This is Jeremy. We are going for all humanity. All right, Charlie, your Artemis II crew is go for launch. Full send.
I copy that. Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. On this historic mission, you take with you the heart of this Artemis team, the daring spirit of the American people and our partners across the globe, and the hopes and dreams of a new generation. Good luck. Godspeed, Artemis II. Let's go.
So yung gingandan ng upat ka crew sa Orion mo si Reed, Victor, og si Christina, og si Jeremy.
Yes, sir. You have a go to proceed with countdown.
Copy that. I'll put it in work.
So ibalik na nila. I-pause nila ang countdown karon ganiha, karon ibalik na nila kay na-configure na nila ang kuan.
Per your EPROC 10.1.1 steps 8 and 9.
10.1.1, 8 and 9 going to work.
Copy. CVSC NTD, start and verify recordings of our Orion cameras.
Copy. Okay. Well, there you heard it.
RSR NTD.
RSR.
They're getting ready to start terminal count.
arm rotation enable at this time, please.
It's currently at T-10 minutes. Once we wrap up this last bit of work,
SNA arm rotation enable complete.
we're going to start that clock.
Copy that, thank you.
Integrity crew, close and lock visors.
Sa mga nagtan-aw lang, ang inyong gitanaw karon kuha sa National Space Administration sa Estados Unidos dito sa Kennedy Kennedy saan na siya?
Issue worked in real time with telemetry lock on the Orion. It was transitory.
Kennedy Space Center Launch Complex where daghang mga launch sa una pahigayon dinhing dapita. Unya ang nahitabo karon kay mobalik ang tao ngadto sa buwan, ang Artemis 2 mission. So ang mahitabo dili mo touchdown ang tao sa buwan kundi mo tuyok lang siya nya balik sa kalibutan. Mo sud og napo ka adlaw nga journey sa upat ka mga
So we have a 2-hour window.
upat ka mga astronauts.
At 6:24 p.m. Eastern Time and goes until 8:24 p.m. Eastern Time.
And ECL NTD will be waiting for your verification on the short purge.
ECL copies.
And for all personnel, once we get that short purge verification, we'll verify that we are clear to go, and then we'll proceed with the terminal count.
So napa sila verification nga gibuhat. This is to make sure nga walay aksidente. So mo diri na napita kasagaran mahitabo nga mga aksidente kay kung masugdan na og launch ang aircraft wala na kuan no turning back no. So ang inyong na witness karon ang launch sa pagbalik sa tawo ngadto sa buwan. So at this time dili ta motugdon sa buwan kun dili motuyok ra ang Artemis 4 which is scheduled in 2028 mo ay motugdon gud sa buwan. Pero this one is a historic kaayo kay sa 1972 pa niadto ang mga tao sa buwan. So karon sublion sa Estados Unidos ang ilahang record nga mobalik ngadto sa buwan. So sa among gikaingon it's a 10-day mission and you are now looking at the T-10. Gipause ni nila kay naa sila nakit-an nga kanang kuan ganiha mga murag violation or error man siguro ang interpretation ana nya ilahan lang na figure out wala na napapas na ang error nya karon nagkuan lang sila nagtawag sila og first and second poll to make sure that tanan nga areas kay kuan kanang clear.
Acts like a conductor of an orchestra, executing hundreds of commands in precise order and timing. It's all autonomous.
NTD CCL 212, short purge initiation is verified.
All right, copy that, and we're verifying our constraints.
So at this point kay kuan ni siya critical ni siya nga area. It's because after nga masugdan na ni siya automated na computer systems nang modala.
And with that, we're going to resume the clock momentarily. And CGLS, you can resume the clock on your mark.
GLS copies. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS mainline has been initiated.
T-minus 10 minutes and counting.
And that begins terminal count. Our new T0 is 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. We are now counting down to liftoff of Artemis 2.
So sa katong mga karon pa ni tan-aw mao na ni ang bag-o nga T-931.
If everything goes nominally, NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding, who's directly managing the launch team, and Alex Bendelos, the GLS operator who closely monitors the software, he has the ability to stop and restart the countdown.
So sa gikaingon na sa T-10 dire ni
A lot of people ask about whether there's a launch button. There certainly is not.
Flight and Rock, our new T0 is 22:35:12.
Houston flight copies. 22:35:12.
Affirm.
There you heard confirmation of the exact T0, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Again, our T0 is 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. But as I was saying, there's no launch button. This is autonomous. But there is a button that keeps you from launching, And that button allows the GLS operator to pause the countdown outside of terminal count and during terminal count and submit a hold to the next holding point. So the clock won't stop right away. If there's an issue, we'll go to the next stable holding point. This is how GLS configures the rocket and ground systems to a stable point where they can stop the countdown if that's needed. But right now, we are counting down our next big milestone, looking to retract the crew access arm.
So kaning SLS
Go for crew access arm retract.
is automated ni. So ilan ang gisugdan
There
ang
you see the
proseso
crew
na.
access arm moving away.
So ang kanang crew access arm diha ni agi ang mga astronauts padung sa Orion nga
That's the
spacecraft.
path that the astronauts took to ingress into the rocket.
Yes, ang kanang nasa tumoy na diha ang Orion nga spacecraft mo na gisudlan sa atong upat ka mga
Until this point, that was their
astronauts.
way off the pad if they needed to evacuate. But now with that arm retracting, the backup transitions to a launch abort system. And they'll begin arming that shortly. Of course, the launch abort system, great shot there of the crew access arm retracting away. The launch abort system is the tower at the top, and that's what would pull Orion and its crew off the top of the rocket in case of an emergency, whether it's on the ground or in flight. This is critical safety hardware that protects the lives of the astronauts. Starting at T-minus 6 minutes, the GLS will start bringing that and other high-energy systems online, starting with core stage pressurization.
So ang next ninyo nga makita niyo mo later on nga nanay ang mga sparklers sa ubos sa rocket o kanang nanay mga aso. Unya mo na ni ang nail biter nga mga portion, mga critical nga portion.
Weather is 90% go, the range is go, all
Kay
systems are go.
yes, all systems are go. Unya ang automated launch sequencer kay ready na sad mo take over karong taod-taod mga around
Go for core
33
stage tank
seconds.
pressurization.
That means the replenish valve for the liquid hydrogen tank has now closed, and that tank is beginning to pressurize to flight levels because that hydrogen is naturally boiling inside the tank.
At this point, kung naay mga sayop nilang makita,
We'll
i-scrub
get the
off
liquid
nila
oxygen
ni
tank a little later in the count.
i-reschedule ni nila ang maong kuan
Now the team is
schedule.
waiting for verification that, if needed, the Artemis II crew could use the launch abort system to pull Orion safely off the top of the rocket in an emergency. Let's listen in for that call.
GLS verifies last capability available.
And CDR, do you copy?
CDR copies, last available.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
GLS is go for FTS arm.
Now work is being done to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety can send a flight termination command if the rocket flies too far off track. There's a brief built-in delay so the launch abort system has time to pull the astronauts
GLS is
safety
go for
first.
LH2 high flow bleed check.
All right, the high flow bleed check. That's so the cryo team gets verification that the RS-25 engines, all four of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
Kaninyo nakita nga aso hydrogen na siya, ilang gipagawas kay nagbukal kuno na ang hydrogen inside sa rocket. So ipagawas nila ang extra. Mo na inyong nakita dili na siya aso nga nasugod og sunog no dili. Unya kung dunay mga kanang emergencies, pwede pa na ma-pull out ang mga astronauts. So sa piece of hardware nga gi-install nila sa mao nga rocket, unya mo separate na siya
Core stage APU
kung nay aksidente.
Core stage APUs start. Those are auxiliary power units. High-speed turbines, which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps that steer the RS-25 engines. We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen.
Sukol bahinam na kaayo, no? Ang
Coming
mga
up in about 20 seconds, we're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
GLS is go for purge sequence 4.
Moving through the milestones. All is looking good.
Mhm.
Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbaling of the engines. There are the 4 RS-25s, 3 of them Shuttle Heritage, 1 of them built from shuttle parts. And there you see them moving.
Mhm. Mao na ang test nila sa ilang engines. Ang ilang engines ang tawag na the Beast. Mao na pinakakusgan nga engine nga nahimo sa National Aeronautics and Space Administrations ever.
Now we're going to start moving the power from both the upper stage and the lower stage of the rocket to internal, taking ground power away and now going to battery power.
Mayong buntag kaninyong tanan, kini si Domino Puson Live ini sa Canada. Nag-broadcast kita karon, nag-rebroadcast kita karon sa National Space Aeronautics and Space Administration sa Estados Unidos. O nakita ninyo karon gikan sa Kennedy Space Station ang Artemis 2 launch in T-1 minute and 33 seconds.
GLS is go for core stage to internal power.
All right, there's the rocket's core stage, which houses 3 flight computers, is now on its own power.
So autonomous ang mopadagan ani nga sistema.
There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries. So we would have to recycle back to T-10 to recharge if we had a hold.
Correct. So hopefully wala na yung mga holds or mga aberya o ready na to launch. T-1 minute na ta.
Does not know what the T0 is, but coming up at T-33 seconds, control shifts from the ground launch sequencer to the rocket's onboard autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS. The rocket will count itself down, but honor any holds that could come from the ground.
Correct. So
now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
So T-33 milestone na, automated ng ang sequencing, automated sequencer is in its own.
Ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched. Sound suppression water is flowing.
T-15. Burn off igniters na. T-10.
7. RS-25 engines.
So lift off na.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And lift off. The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Wow. So nakita nato nga na lift off, successful kaayo. And sa ako ang pagtan-aw nindot siya og paglupad. Historic kini siya. Kay since 1972 pa ang last nga pag-adto sa tawo ngadto sa buwan. Karon mo attempt ang Estados Unidos sa paghimo sa pag-usab nga history. Sa akong gikaingon, dili mo tugpa ang tao sa buwan, kundi mo tuyok ra sila sa 10-day mission, pero niingon ganiha nga 6 days.
3 miles in altitude.
Ang inyong nadunggan mo ang tingog sa makina or sa engine sa maong spaceship ang gitawag nga the Beast. So mao na pinakakusgan o pinakalig-on nga engine nga nabuhat sa National Aeronautics and Space Administration. So ang mao nga engine ni mo push sa Artemis 2 o pila to? Pila ka kuan?
On, Ponce de Leon. Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon. Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis 2 mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour.
Unya, sud sa Orion spacecraft, mao si Commander Ride Wiseman, usa ka NASA astronaut o 27-year nga Navy veteran sa Navy, o ang ikaduha kay mao si Pilot
1 minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed
Victor
time, standing
Glover,
by
usa
for main
ka
engine throttle
NASA
down to
astronaut
85%,
nga nahimong pilot
with solid
sa
rocket booster
labing unang
separation
operational
at
nga
2
crew
minute
sa
9
Dragon
second mark.
mission kato nang gi-launch last year, masutong nagputi sila tanan.
PC throttle down.
Katulong nga membro sa crew sa ora sa Artemis crew
Verb separation.
mao si Christina Koch,
Main
mission
engine
specialist
throttling up,
Christina
guidance
Koch. Nakita
confirmed.
ninyo ni separate na ang duha ka booster rockets sa Orion.
Guidance converged, performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready.
Copy all, Stan.
Ang ikaupat nga membro sa crew mao si Jeremy Hansen, usa ka Canadian astronaut sa Canadian Space Agency. Siya ang pinakaunang tao sa kasayan na nakadto sa buwan gawas sa Estados Unidos.
And upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation. 3 minutes into the flight. Integrity 49 miles in altitude, 78 miles downrange, now passing 5,000 miles per hour.
So usa kani ka historic kayo no nga event, og I hope you guys nga ma-appeal mo ani, makita mo sa history as it unfolds. Ang Artemis 2, ang goal mo ang pagtuyok ngadto sa buwan.
For launch abort system jettison.
So sa ka 10-day nga navigation. So as what we hear, nindot ang pag-launch nila. Ya karong taod mo kuan na mo overtake na ang Houston, Texas.
And Houston has you loud and clear on TDRS at the common line.
Outstanding, Stan. We have you the same.
So, commanding na karon ang Houston,
3 minutes,
Texas.
50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen crossed the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Flight Dynamics Officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
So, ang kaning Orion spacecraft, dako ni siya kaysa kadtong gi-launch nila katong sakay nila ni Neil Armstrong. Actually, ang maong spacecraft adunay kaugalingon nga kuan kasilyas og equip po ni sila nga makaon og dinner unya. Ang ila dong dinner unya kay kuan mac and cheese. Ang ilang dinner mac and cheese o casserole.
The same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Approaching 5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software finishes internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
Integrity 3 engine press.
Og inyo nadunggan si Wiseman mao ang
On time now,
commander
5 minutes 20 seconds of mission elapsed
sa mga
time into
mission.
the Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that's needed to carry Integrity to a nominal main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Mission Control Houston. Integrity 75 miles in altitude, 330 miles downrange, approaching 10,000 miles per hour.
Dahil kayong mga tao nga nalipay dito sa Kennedy Space Station kay daghan guning namsagot yung mga aksidente sa unang panahon nga nibuto ang spacecraft niya. Kani sad siya kay hopefully sa nagdagan nga panahon safe na ang processing unya.
Looking good at 6 minutes.
Malipayon kayo ang administration ni Donald Trump karon kay makaduha na nga moadto sa buwan ang tao. Sa kaingon na nila ganiha sa
shutdown plan to Flight Director Judd Friedling expected at the 7-minute mark.
Sa 2028 ang
Integrity
Artemis 4
78
ang mao mo
miles in
landing sa
altitude,
moon.
460 miles downrange.
Integrity, expect nominal shutdown.
Integrity copies nominal shutdown.
So, sayo pas
6
buntag
minutes
sa
40
Pilipinas
seconds
karon
of
og
mission
dinhi
elapsed
sa
time. Shutdown
hapon na
plan
dinhi sa
is
Canada
as
parehamig
expected.
time sa
Again, the
Houston,
time of
Texas
MECO
o
was
sa
confirmed at 8
Kennedy.
minutes 2 seconds into the flight.
Og kuan sa akong giingon karong nana sila panihapon ilahang makaon nila lang panihapon designed
7
for
minutes of
microgravity.
mission elapsed time.
7
Throttling
minutes
now
na
as we
gikan
approach
sa
the blow once around
pag-launch
option.
sa maong spacecraft.
Milestone at the 7-minute 30-second mark. Now 84 miles in altitude, 650 miles downrange, traveling more than 15,000 miles per hour.
Maayong buntag sa mga taga Pilipinas. Daghang salamat sa pagtan-aw. Ang inyong nakita karon mao ang paglupad sa Artemis 2. Ang goal mao ang paglarga ngadto sa buwan. Pagtuyok ngadto sa buwan. Since niadto ang tao sa buwan, 1972 pa. Nya karon ilahang balikon og pag-adto ang buwan sud sa napo ka adlaw nga navigational journey. So, 8 na ka oras since nilupad ang spacecraft. Sakay ang upat ka mga crew ng mga astronauts sa United States o Canada. Murag kuan ni siya. Murag partnership ni siya. So ang atuang commander karon nga naasud karon sa Orion ang tawag sa mao nga spacecraft si Commander Ride Wiseman usa ka kuan Navy veteran siyang commander. Ang ikaduha mao si ang ikaduha nga team crew mao si Victor Glover no usa ka kuan usa ka pilot. Makita ninyo siya katong operational crew sa Dragon mission. Og ang ikatulo mao si
8
Christina
minutes 40 seconds into the
Koch.
flight, we have a
Ang
nominal main and
pinakaunang
takeoff heading in the right trajectory on the way to swing around the moon. Core stage has separated, doing
babay
its job. The Space Launch System
nga
upper stage, the unmanned
mo set the
cryogenic
records.
propulsion
Nagkupot
stage,
sa
or
record
ICPS,
for the
still
longest
attached to the Orion
single space
spacecraft.
flight. Ug ang ikaupat mao ang Canadian nga si
9 minutes
Jeremy
of mission
Hansen.
elapsed time.
Iyang
Integrity
role
crew of Reid
kay
Wiseman, Victor
mission
Glover,
specialist.
Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen now in orbit around the Earth
So karon
at the beginning of their journey to the moon.
transfer na ang communications and control sa Houston, Texas.
Integrity Houston, looking ahead to PRM numbers so far per the pad.
Copy that, stand numbers for the pad.
Capcom Stan Loves now reminding the crew that the perigee raise maneuver time of ignition is as expected prior to booster ignition. That time being 49 minutes, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time.
So ang kaning journey is a 10-day or 6-day journey padung sa buwan. Yung motuyok ra sila dili sila mo land sa buwan, yung mobalik sila sa Earth. Ang scheduled nga mo land gyud sa buwan mo ang 2028 Artemis 4 maoy mo land gyud sa buwan. So ato ng kanang apungan at apungan ang 2028 nga pag-launch sa Artemis 4. Ang inyo ding nakita mo ang Orion ang for comparison ang Orion mura ni siya kadak-a og duha ka van nga gisumpay agi lumpong.
Copy that, stand good, Neds.
And Integrity Houston for PWD setup. Just a reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
So, makita ninyo napata sa core stage separation. So, ang Orion kinahanglan pa siyang mo separate sa maong kanang kuan. Ni-separate na siya sa booster rocket.
Passing 11 minutes of mission elapsed time. overhearing the conversation between Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman, already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system. That is confirmed. Complete. We also have the visors are confirmed up. Now past the dynamic phase of flight, that is ascent. Their launch and entry suits that provided them an extra layer of protection. Now not as needed. They're going to raise those visors.
Ugo niya,
And
human an
later in today's mission, they will begin to egress or get out of the suits to begin some of their initial tasks of activating some of the systems aboard in the Integrity spacecraft.
og usa sa mga activities
Passing
ani
12 minutes of mission
ang
elapsed
pag
time. Again, the perigee raise maneuver that's targeted near 50 minutes of mission elapsed time, 49 minutes 50 seconds. That's what the crew is going to be working towards. The Commander Reed Wiseman pilot Victor Glover will focus on preparing for that milestone.
Inigtataod pod ila pod ning i-open ang gatong solar
Meantime, mission
panels.
specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen will start some of the activation of environmental control life support systems. You may hear confirmation of their activation over the Orion to Earth communication network.
Unya, it takes 10 minutes to fully open the panels. Og ang panels mao'y mo add og more energy sa mao nga Orion spacecraft para padung sa buwan. So mao nay mahitabo later on. So karon kay napa sila sa core stage separation, gisulti na nga naay mga kuan, naay mga buhatonon ang si si Coach o si Victor Glover. Later on ato makdunggan ang ilahang confirmation.
13 minutes and 30 seconds of mission elapsed time. We're going to continue to follow the crew of the Artemis 2 mission. They are beginning their journey around the moon to verify the systems that will take us to its surface. An incredible ascent. Artemis 2 is underway. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen begin their journey to the moon. Still milestones to come up as we await solar array deploy and the critical burns that will get Integrity into high Earth orbit around the Earth before engines are fired to get us around the moon. We'll keep tabs on Integrity and its crew from here in Mission Control Houston. But for now, we're going to send it back to you, Megan and Nicole at the Kennedy Space Center. Very jealous to hear how the launch experience was over on the Space Coast.
Yeah, Gary, if people are just joining us, welcome back to the Space Coast where we just saw Artemis 2 lift off 14 minutes ago. And wow, what an amazing launch and an emotional one too. As soon as the rocket lifted off, Nicole, you had tears in your eyes.
So very successful kaayo gisulti sa duha ka host dito sa Kennedy Space Station nga daghan kay nang hilak og emotional kay successful ang paglupad sa maong Orion sa spacecraft sa Artemis 2 nga mission. O karon gihuwat na lang nila nga fully separated na ang maong craft, ang spacecraft og mogawas ang iyang mga panels aron it takes 10 minutes to fully kanang unfold the solar panels ug ang solar panels may moad og energy para makapadayon siya sa ihang 10-day journey padung sa buwan. Sa akong gikaingon ganiha, motuyok lang kini sa buwan o mobalik sa Earth og dili ni siya mo land. Ang nakaschedule nga Artemis 4 sa 2028 mao ay mo landing gyud sa buwan. So since 1972 karon pa ta nibalik sa interest nga larga sa buwan. So right now ilaha pang ang karon ang navigational nga kuan nga mechanism og ang unsa nagdala kuan na gimanduan na sa ilahang computers na ang tanan nagdala igon na lang sila sa pag-confirm sa mga telemetry nga og mga tools nga i-activate nila karon. Unya ang space launch gipahigayon sa Kennedy Space Center Launch Complex 39B mao ni ang historic kaayo nga kanang kuan historic kaayo nga area where ang pad nga asa gipang tugpo no or gipalupad ang mga space rockets like Saturn Saturn V ug ang Space Shuttle kung nakinundong pa mo sa Space Shuttle nga gi-retire na karon. So ang kani nga 10-day mission igo lang ni sa Orion spacecraft, igo lang sa pagtuyok sa buwan ug balik ngadto sa Earth. Unya ang atong mga crew gi gi-compose sa upat ka mga astronauts. Ang first one ang ilang commander kay si Commander Reed Wiseman, usa ka NASA nga Navy 27-year sa usa ka Navy veteran. Unya ang ikaduha mao ang usa ka pilot nga si Victor Glover, no, usa ka NASA astronaut nga maoy unang operational crew sa Dragon Space mission. Unya ang ikatulo mao si mission specialist Christina Koch. Sikat ni siya nga astronaut sa NASA, katuning babae nga naghupot sa longest record space flight by a woman sulod sa 328 ka adlaw. Maminaw ta sa ilang update.
Immediately in their timeline.
And Integrity Houston, crosstie is on board per the ETSI-DEM.
We copy Houston. Thank you.
So it has been 17 minutes and 33 seconds gikan sa ilahang pag-launch. Unya atong nakatunan karong adlaw nga dunay duha ka time, ang L ug ang T. So ang L is the original time gikan sa pagsugod hangtod sa paglupad. Ang T mao ang countdown time. So ang ikaupat nila nga crew mao si Mission Specialist Jeremy Hansen, usa ka Canadian nga astronaut gikan sa Canadian Space Agency, ug ang Canada nagsubaybay pod ani karon. So sukad paglupad pag T 33 seconds ang computer na ni operate sa maong sequence na sequencer ni mao na ni palupad sa ilahang spacecraft. Unya after ana ang controls karon nabalhin na ngadto sa Houston, mo na madunggan sa unang Houston, hello Houston, isa inana nya critical kay nga point nga paglupad T 33 seconds kay og T minus 10 kay diha mahitabo usahay ang mga ang mga aksidente. Even if like automated ang paglupad na nay sequencer sa computer, dili kuan gyapon siya, responsive gyapon siya sa mga errors nga mahitabo sa land. Initially dunay errors nga nahitabo but ilang na figure out ang error.
To prepare for the perigee raise maneuver. And of course, the solar array wing deploy ahead of that. The solar wing deploy is a critical milestone. We'll continue to have our coverage follow the mission until that deployment. A successful launch is just the beginning. The deployment of the solar arrays and successful confirmation that those solar array wings are drawing power is a significant milestone and says to the flight control teams that we will continue on today's mission. Power needs to be drawn to continue through some of the next milestones. Until then, the AOA open option that was called up upon ascent, the abort once around, is the current option, and abort to orbit option ATO will be switched to a preferred mode at the time that the solar array wings are deployed and latched. It gives the flight control teams a little bit more flexibility.
Integrity Houston, update on TDRS handover for your pad.
So the way nag-communicate ang Orion ug ang Houston kay nasa itawag Orion network communications network.
And Stan, you can read it. Ike is ready to copy.
Roger. TDRS handover east to west expected 1 second earlier at 5:1 minutes 26 seconds.
Hi, Stan. We copy 1 second earlier for 5126 TDRS east to west, and saws are starting to deploy. Thermal knives are firing.
We concur. Thanks for the report.
So nadunggan ninyo
Read
ang
back
Houston.
reports that you just heard on the Orion to Earth network. Integrity has maneuvered tail to sun. The RL-10 nozzle on the end of the ICPS is pointed towards the sun, and the solar array deployment sequence has begun.
Okay, so ang kaning deployment sequence mahug ni siya og 10 minutes.
It'll be several minutes until they are what is called in a latched
Fully operational.
position. Once they are latched and confirmed to be drawing power, they can switch the mode to ATO and continue along the mission.
And kumana na magsugod na
The
na yun
teachers
ilang
learned over at
mission.
the pad. That message meant the crew was provided some preliminary numbers of when to expect handovers between the tracking and data relay satellites. Currently orbiting Earth at an altitude of 545 statute miles above the Earth, they are in a near-Earth network communication system. The tracking and data relay satellites, geosynchronous satellites that are stationed about 23,000 miles above the Earth. After the Apogee rays burn, that occurs later today, the burn itself will put them in an altitude that surpasses the range of the tracking and data relay satellites, and they will transition to the deep space network today.
And integrity for prompt messages.
O dinhi natapos ang atong coverage sa pagbalik nato sa human race sa buwan, gipasigdahan sa Estados Unidos o sa Canada Space Agency. Daghan kay salamat sa inyong pagtan-aw, maayong buntag, udto og hapon kaninyong tanan, at ang Kisaw TV mo take coverage na sad sa pagbalik ngadto or pag-abot ngadto sa mga astronauts, pagtuyok nila sa buwan o pagbalik nila sa Earth. So daghan kayong salamat, maayong buntag, udto og hapon, mabuhi ka Pilipino.
Kisaw TV, ang channel sa tanan, sa mga Cebuano sa